church growing quickly, running it might have felt a little like a carnival or circus for the apostles. Solving all the problems and meeting everyone's needs is like playing the world's hardest game of whack-a-mole. Realizing there's just so much to do, the apostles expand the church organization and call helpers. Stephen and Philip do more than magnify their callings, though. They mega magnify them. Miracles follow Stephen wherever he goes. He preaches that Jesus fulfilled the law of Moses, so naturally, the Jewish leaders haul him in on charges of blasphemy. He uses the scriptures to reason with them. Do the names Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, and Moses ring any bells? Jesus is who they were preparing us for. And I see him right now, standing on the right hand of God. But Stephen's interrogators covered their ears. The idea of someone seeing God was just too crazy for them, even though it was in their own scriptures. However, it wasn't just their ears that were the problem. Their hearts and minds were shut tight too. That's mega blasphemy! Kill him! And so they dragged Stephen outside the city to stone him. Now, while this was happening, a guy named Saul kept an eye on their coats. It's his job to help stop the spread of Christianity. But what did he think when this good man was being killed? Was it just one of the unpleasant parts of his job? Now, just about to die, Stephen, like Jesus, cries out to God. Forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. So, did this missionary and martyr, full of courage and love, make an impact on the tough-minded Saul? Stay tuned. Meanwhile, Philip gets sent to Samaria, where there haven't been any baptisms in a long time. He's so successful that Peter and John have to come in a hurry to bestow the gift of the Holy Ghost. With that kind of success, you'd think Philip would stick around in Samaria to keep baptizing, right? Nope.
You're being transferred to Gaza?
And what did Philip say? A, okay, but I'm having so much success in Samaria. Why would I leave now? B, how was the food in Gaza? C, do angels experience gravity like humans? Or D, I'll go where you want me to go. You guessed it, D. Philip immediately packs his bag, straightens his tie, or tunic, and takes off for the coast. On the way there, he spots a wealthy traveler reading the scriptures. In those days, when you read the scriptures, you read the scriptures.
He was led like a sheep to the slaughter. In his humiliation, he was deprived of justice.
Do you even know what those words mean?
No. How can I unless someone teaches me?
So Philip teaches him all about Jesus, and the eunuch wants to immediately get baptized. Why not? It turns out that this man was an important official for the Queen of Ethiopia. So Philip goes to Ethiopia and helps convert that whole nation, right? No, it's time for some more transfers. See, Stephen and Philip were superpowered missionaries because they knew they were doing the Lord's work, not their own. But there's one more missionary hard at work, and his mission was to undo their missions. Yep, it's Saul, the guy who watched the coats of the people who stoned Stephen. Yeah. Well, he was having a grand old time dragging men and women to prison if they were found guilty of the crime of believing in Jesus. Okay, but who really is this Saul? Well, he's a super devout Jew, but also born Roman, which gave him special rights, privileges, and protection. His Jewish name, Saul, means asked of God, while his Roman name, Paul, means runt. He's short and impressive. Most impressive. Unlike most of Jesus' apostles who couldn't read or write, Paul is a highly trained Pharisee who knows multiple languages and is a star pupil of the famed doctor of law, Gamaliel. A talented debater and philosopher, Saul grew up on the mean streets of Tarsus, where he fought against anything not considered traditional Judaism. Now, he's a trusted player in the persecution of Christians. So then, the high priest sends Saul to find all who call themselves saints, New Testamentese for followers of Jesus, and arrest them, or worse. But God has other plans. A light flashes, and a voice thunders. Why are you persecuting me? Who are you? I am Jesus of Nazareth, and I have been trying to get your attention, but you haven't been listening. Maybe at that moment, Saul thought back to Stephen and the other saints he'd helped to make miserable. Saul must have felt overwhelming guilt and shock that he'd made an opponent of his awaited Messiah. But there was something that the people who feared him never knew he had: humility. What do you want me to do, Lord? The Lord tells him to go to the city and wait. And for 3 days, he can't see, eat, or drink. But he could do some heavy contemplating. 3 days. Interesting. That's how long Jonah was in the whale. Highly educated Saul is very familiar with that story, so he probably took a hint and did some serious soul-searching himself. Meanwhile, Jesus commands Ananias to go heal Saul.
Isn't he the guy who wants to throw us all in prison?
But Jesus sees past Saul's mistakes to the powerful missionary he will become. He is a chosen vessel who will bear my name. So Ananias does as he's commanded, and Saul is restored and baptized soon after. Wow! One of the greatest enemies of the church is converted. This is going to get interesting. Yes, the Christians don't trust him after all the nastiness he's done, and now his former bosses are going to put him on the hit list. For a wonderful retelling of Saul's conversion into the great Paul, check out the Living Scriptures video, Saul of Tarsus. Isn't it amazing what happens when we partner with God? We can handle anything that's scary or confusing. And the most unlikely among us, no matter how unbelieving or unworthy we feel, can discover God's mercy and plan. So, what was next for Paul? Well, for the next 9 years, he's laying low, studying and training in preparation for 3 mind-blowing missions.